I'll start the recording. So first we have data types. So data types actually, if you see, is just like a container which helps you to store values in it. Okay, it's just like a container which will help you to store values in it. That's what it. Main thing is it will help the variable to say what type of values to be stored in it. That's what actually what a data type will do. So here, what are the different data types we have? Byte, short, integer, long. Then we have double, float, boolean, character, string. These are the different data types we have. So in that, if you see, these data types helps you to store numbers. These data types helps you to store decimals.
Hello?
Hello?
Sorry, sir, I was not there. I came just now.
Yeah, I'm just giving a recap of the whole session only, Chaitra.
Yeah, just give that 2 minutes. I'll be back.
Sure. Cool. Yeah, thank you. So then Boolean will help you to store true or false alone. That's what it helps us to do. Character helps us to store a single letter. String, any information comes in double quotes. It might be a single letter or a group of words. So this helps you to store numbers. This will help you to store decimals. This Boolean will help you to store true or false. Character will help you to store a single letter alone, which comes in single quote. Same thing, string. Any information that comes under a double quotes is called as a string. So it can be a single letter or a single word or a group of words. That's what a string is about. Okay, so why these numbers, this byte, actually short, integer, long, why we need actually what these many data types over here means? Okay, so what is here it's needed for us means these data types will help us to give us a range as what values to be stored. For example, byte, short, we have integer, long, float, double. So what these things will be here means, okay, so byte will help me to allow values from minus 128 to 127. I'll reduce the font a little bit. That's what byte will help me to do. Same thing, short will help me to store values from minus 300 to 300. Integer will help me to store values from minus 700 to 700. Long minus 1500 to 1500. Float minus 2000.002 to 2000.00. Double minus 3000.002 3000.002. 00 like that. Okay, this is what thing. So in case if I want to store a number which is of, for example, 350 is my number, then which are the data types will allow me to store this one means? So for me, minus 128 to 127 in this range, actually what 350 comes? No. Short in this range, minus 300 to 300 comes? No. But in integer, yes, it comes. So I can store it in integer. Minus 1500 to 1500 in this range it will come? Yes. Long can be stored. This is what. Okay. So this is how the data types are being defined. So it will give me a range. In this range, actually what I can store values in it. Same thing if it is actually what for me minus 400.50, which is a decimal. Okay, so which things will allow for me here right now means, so decimal means only float and double will be accepted. So minus 2000.00 to 2000.00 in this also 400 point minus 400.50 will come, in double also it will come, so it will be accepted in float and then double both the things. This is what a data type will do. Clear? Any questions, Ashwini, from your end? Clear? This is what data types. Next is variables. So what does variables here means? Okay, so for me, variables will help us to store a value in it. Okay, it's just a memory location. Helps to store values in it. That's what. But before storing, it will, based on the help of the data type, it helps me, actually it acts as a reference. Okay, the data type acts as a reference and then gives me information whether that range can be stored or not. That's what it will do. Okay, so that's the only thing actually what it will do for us. Okay, so how? For example, in variables, actually we have two things. One is declaration. Another one is initialization. So what this declaration will do means, okay, it helps us to create a variable. Okay, it helps us to create a variable. Initialization, it helps us to assign a value to the variable. That's what. So how a declaration and then initialization can be done means, so if my value integer I, this is how we used to give declaration. Okay, so declaration, what we will happen over here means, when I give integer I, this will help me to create a variable. Okay, then I will be my memory location name, then this integer will act as a reference to my memory location. Say to the memory location, store only integer values alone. That's what it helps us to do. Okay, it helps us to store only integer values alone. That's what this declaration will help us to do. Clear? Then initialization means, what will happen means, when I give I is equal to 10, what will happen right now for me? So it searches for a memory location called I and then it will store 10 in it. But before storing, it will check whether this 10 is there in between the range of the integer value. So it will allow only the values from minus 700 to 700. That's what it will do. Clear? This is what initialization will do. Then we have another thing, reinitialization. Reinitialization. What this reinitialization will do is, for example, my values I is equal to 20. What will happen is searches for a memory location called I and then it tries to store 20. If already we have 10, this will help me to override the previous memory. Reinitializes. That's what. Okay. Declaration and initialization can also be done in a single step also. Can be done in a single step also. How, for example, integer a equal to 100 when you give, what will happen? This will create me a memory location like this. Then this integer will act, okay, then memory location name will be a. This integer will act as a reference, tell to the memory location store only integer values alone. Okay, that means store only values from minus 700 to 700 alone. That's what it will tell us to do. Then it will try to store 100, checks whether it is there under the range. Yes, it is there under the range. Then it will be stored. That's it. Clear? Any questions on this? Any questions on this? Clear, right? So next, what are the types of variables we have? Okay. So what are the different types of variables we have? Means we have two things. What are the different types of variables we have? So it is, for example, we have global variable. Another one is we have local variable. Okay, we have two things. One is global and then another one is local. So global variable, again, it has been defined into two types. One is static. Another one is non-static. Okay. So how it should be defined and how it should be used, we'll see now. Okay, before that, how actually a program will be written in actually what Java means. So class ABC. ABC is my class name. Okay, this is how a program will be written in Java. So it starts with a keyword called class and then my class name. Open the parenthesis and then closes it. Okay, we have to write a program inside this one only. So we'll write. So now we will start to write on it. So always a program should have a main function, public static void main. Okay, I'll show you the syntax soon. Okay. So you should have public static void main, string arguments. Okay, we should have a main function. Okay, anything that has been written inside the main function only will be executed. So how? So system.out.println and then if we give hello world, now what happened? My output will be hello world will be printed for me. This will be my output. That's the thing. Clear? This is how it will be printed for me. Same thing. How we can use the variables. So I'll move this one aside. Okay, this is how a normal program should be written. Then we are going to use variables right now in our program. So how to use it means, so class ABC. Then always a class will have a main function, public static void main, string arguments. Okay, any variables that are been declared outside the function. Okay, that is any variable declared outside the functions will be called as a global variable. Any variable that are declared outside the functions will be called as a global variable. Okay, any variable that have been declared inside the function will be called as a local variable. That's it. Variables that are declared inside the functions will be called as a local variable. Variables that have been declared outside the functions will be called as a global variable. Okay, so global variable is of two types. One is static, another one is non-static. Okay, non-static variables alone will have a keyword called extra static. Non-static variables will not have any keyword extra like that. That's the only thing. Clear? This is the only information here. So here, how it can be utilized means. So right now I have written it. I want to print values for it means. So system.out.println. Then I need to give the variable information. So if I give only C, okay, I should not give it in double quotes. I should give it normally the variable name alone. This will print me 30. Same thing if it is actually what global members, how I can use means it is I need to give some reference. So always static members should be referred with the help of class name abc dot a. I need to refer it with the help of a class name abc dot a. Okay. Then non-static members should be referred with the help of a object name. We have to create an object for it. So how to create an object? We'll see. So to create an object, so simple. So how variables are declared initially is integer a equal to 10 we are given, right? So this will help me to create a memory location. A will be the memory location name. This integer will act as a reference. Tell to the memory location load only integer values alone. And finally the value 10 has been loaded. Objects out to be created means, okay, for objects actually what the reference are always classes. So I need to give like this. So when I give a keyword called new abc with parentheses, this step will help me to create an object. Okay, so this will help me to create an memory location like this. This will be the object. Then I need to give a name for it. So how we can give a name for it? So I need to give obj1 is equal to. So this is the name for the object. Clear? Then after that, what is the reference for it means ABC. Okay, always the class name should be the reference for it. So we have to give like this. So ABC obj1 equal to new ABC. New ABC will help me to create an object for it. Then obj1 will be the object name. Then after that, this ABC, this will act as a reference to the object. Okay, help me to load all the global members into the object. Help me to load all the global members into the object. That's what it will do. Clear? All the global members. So the static and non-static members will be loaded, and then even my main function also will be loaded. These all will be loaded for it. Clear? Any questions for anyone? This is how we have to do. So to create an object, we need to give ABC obj1 equal to new ABC. I need to give. So this syntax will help me to create an object. Okay. Then after that, I want to refer the non-static members, because non-static members, the only place where it will load means only into the objects only. So I need to give scissor obj1 is the object name dot b. So what will happen now for me? It goes to the object, and then after that it will print the value 20 for it. That's the only thing. Clear? Then after that, next, so I want to refer actually what static members also refer through help of object, because the standard practice is to refer through help of a class name, but it can also be referred with help of the object name also. So I can give scissor obj1 dot a when I give. So what will happen right now for me? It will go and print me 10. Goes to the object one, checks whether we have a variable called a, and then 10 will be printed for it. Then after that, next, so for me, now static members, another option, it can be also referred through help of the variable name also directly. So Sizo ye I can give. That's the only thing. Okay, this is how we can use it. So static members alone can be referred in three different ways. One with help of the class name, then one with help of the object name, and then another one directly the variable name itself. This is how we have to use it. Clear? Anyone has any questions? Anyone has any questions in understanding this? Or can I continue? Ashwini, you understood? Any questions from your end? You guys can ping me in the chat window as yes if you have understood it. Cool. Yeah. So now I'll start to write a project package and all those things. So to create a new project, I need to open my Eclipse. So how to install this Java and then Eclipse around? You can just look on that video once. Okay. So as of now, I'll create a project. So once you open the Eclipse, so Eclipse around how to open, I'll tell you. So right now, actually, what? Once you download the Eclipse, you can see an exe file like this, a zip file like this. Right click on it, go and open that extract here. So you have to click on this Eclipse folder. Yeah, I'm going to explain Chaitra. I will explain what is class and then object difference between them, right? I will explain all those things. Okay, so once you extract this zip file, you will get a folder called Eclipse. Then if you click on that Eclipse icon, it will open, it will ask, it will tell that actually it will open an application. Then here you have to, this is a workspace. Okay, so here right now I'll give a new workspace information. So I'll browse. Okay, usually it'll be there in C drive. Usually it's better to go and save your workspace in a different location. I'll browse and then select a different location. I'll go to the D drive, Murray laptop. You'll create a new folder, backup, Java class. I'll just give simply enter. So once I click on enter, you can see a new folder called backup class, Java class has been created. Then I'll click on OK. Then when I click on OK, some temporary files will be created here to execute my Java codes. Then I don't want this unwanted files, I'll close it. Okay, so it will open me this. So for me right now, first I need to create a project. So to create a project, go to file, new. So how sections are divided? It is first workspace, then we have project, then we have package, then we have Java or class files. Okay, this is how it works. So first workspace we have created. Next we have to create the project. So to create a project, go to file, new, click on project here. So here you can select Java project because we are going to work on Java. So Java project I need to select here. Otherwise it will be there into the Java folder. So click on the Java project. Click on next. So once you click on next, it will ask you to enter a create a Java project. Give the project name. So the project name I'll just give. So for example, learning Java. Then need to select the environment as Java SE 1.7 or 1.8. My current. So you will be getting 1.7 or 1.8. So select which one you want. So right now for me 1.8 is here. Use default JRE 8. That means 1.8. So I'll go with 1.7. Click on finish. Now you can see a project will be created. It will ask you, I'm going to change the UI support over here right now. Yes, once you click on it, you can see a new section called Java will be created here. This place, the right corner. Then some UI changes will happen. So these things are unwanted windows for me. I don't want. I'll close it. So I have created a project now. So what will be there inside the project means, okay, you can see a source and then after that a JR system library here. If I go to the original folder view, learning Java, I will have a source folder and then a bin folder. So source folder will consist of the Java files, bin folder will consist of the class files. Okay, so what is this Java files? What are this class files means? Java files are used to write the code. Bin files are used to load. That is, the class files are used to execute the code. Okay, so Java files are used to write the program. Class files are used to execute. So what will happen means first when I'm going to create any file, any program, when I'm going to write, it will be creating a Java file. So which can be editable and then we can write on it. Then after that, once we compile, okay, that means once we compile it, okay, because the Java files what we are writing, it cannot be directly understandable by a system. So we need to convert it. So once we translate into a type of a file, that will be a class file. That can be understandable by only by the JVM alone. Only JVM can understand that file. Okay, so JVM is the one which will open and then execute that files. That's the only thing. Okay, JVM will help us to open and execute those files. That's the only thing. So next, now I'll create a package. We have created a project. Now I'm going to create a package. What is this package means? Just a folder structure. Helps you to organize your files. That's what it will help us to do. Okay, it helps you to organize the file structure. That's the only thing it's going to do. So I'll have my package. So I click new package. So here I'll give the package name. So first pack. Always package name should be given with small letter. Okay, should start with a small letter. If I give it as a capital letter, you can see a warning. Okay, it says that it should start with the lowercase. Just a warning only, not mandatory. Standard practice to write the package name is start with a small letter. Okay, I'll create one more package. Clear? So right click on the source folder, go to new, then give the package and then give the package name and click on finish. So we have created a package. Now we have to create a Java and class files. Okay. So how to create a Java file? Right click on which package you want to create that class file. Okay. Right click, new, then class you have to select. Okay. So then click on, okay. Now you have to give the name of the file. So that is, for example, variables. Okay. Otherwise, print statement I'll just give. Okay. Always class name should start with the capital letter. Otherwise, it will give me a warning. Okay. It is not mandatory, but standard practice to always start with the uppercase letter. Then I'll select this default and then click on this main function checkbox. Okay. So this is what I was saying. Always a class should have a main function, public static void main. Okay. Then I'll click on finish. Okay, so I created. I'll just increase the font size. Window preferences, font, then colors and fonts, basic folder, text font. Then I'll click on 12. Okay, and then okay. Okay, so we have created. So what things will be there? So first package and then first pack. That means actually it's saying my class is being under the top of this first package. Okay, then after that my class name I give print statement. So that's why class print statement, and then I told you always a class should have a public static void main. So we have. Then I'm going to give sudo control space. That will give me system.out.println. In double quotes we have to give hello world. Okay, so what are the shortcut means? I need to type sudo, then control plus space button to get my system.println. So if I don't want to execute this line, I can comment it by giving // in Java. Okay, just type sudo, and then after that if you press control space button, it will get you the system.out.println. Okay, then when you right click, run as Java application, you can see hello world will be printed under the console. Console is the place where you can see your program output. We have got it. Okay. Sometimes if you have forgot to click on the checkbox, okay, for the main. So how to get that means? So for that, type main control plus space plus enter button. That will give you my main function. Shortcut for that to get it means main plus control plus space plus enter button will give you the main function. If you don't want to execute the line, // So for system order printing, SYSO, then control plus space button, give hello world. Shortcut for that to get is SYSO, control plus space button. Control plus space button gets you the system.println here. If I want to execute the program, I can do in two ways. One, I can click on this run icon here. Okay, can you see? If I click on this run icon, I can get. Otherwise, right click, run as Java application. will help you to get the allow world. Clear? Then next, we'll work for variables. Right click on the package, new. Okay, so one more thing. So I'll go to the folder structure. If you see under the source folder, it has created me the two packages here. First pack and second pack. What are the things I'm doing over there in this Eclipse? Okay, everything will be created here. Okay, this is my first pack. I will click on it. If we go inside that one, you can see print statement a Java file. I told you source folder will consist of the Java files, then bin folder will consist of the class files. Okay, this is a Java file. When I right click and edit, what are the informations I have written here? Same thing actually what it will be coming here. That's the thing. Clear? That's what we will have here. Any questions from anyone? Same thing actually what if I go to the bin folder, then here we will have class file. Okay, this class files cannot be edited. See, when I right click and edit, you can see you will not understand anything on this because only JVM is the only person who can understand the code, who can open the file and then understand the code. Apart from that, no one can understand this. That's the only thing. Clear? Then now I'll create a new file. Right click on the package, new class, give variables. Click on default. Click on public static void main. Click on finish. So variables. What are the different types of variable we have? One is a global variable. Another one is a local variable we do. Okay. So global variables are variables which are declared outside the function. Okay. Integer a is equal to 10. Integer b is equal to 20. Okay, variables that are declared outside the functions are global variables. Variables that are declared inside the function are called as local variable. Global variable is of two types. One is static, another one is non-static. Okay, so how static variables will be used? So Sizzle, what is my class name? Variables. Variables dot a. That's the okay. When I give system.println variables.a, that will give me actually what? Right click run as Java application. Gives me the variable information that is 10. If I want to use the local variable sysO x, directly the variable name I need to give. That will give me the information here. 30. Clear? Then after that, if I want to utilize the non-static member, so I can use, I need to create an object. So how to create an object? Class name obj1 equal to new, class name with parentheses. Okay, variables obj1 equal to new variables. When we get new variables will help me to get me the object will be created. Obj1 will be the object name, then variables will be the class name. So what will happen? Load all the global members. That's what it will do. Clear? Then after that, sysO obj1 dot a. Sorry, obj1 dot b. So that's my non-static member. Okay. Now when I right click run as Java application, gets me 20. That's what it will do. So static members, I told you, it can be utilized in three ways. One is with help of the class name, another one with help of the object name. See, A is there. Another one I can also access with the help of directly the variable name also. In all these three ways I can access. Can you see? 10, 30, 20, 10, 10. So variables dot a. What is that? A is 10. X, that is my local member, that is 30. Then obj1 dot b. So what is my p value? That is 20. obj1 dot a, that is 10. Then my variable name, that is 10. That's it. Clear? This is how we have to access it. Okay. Any questions so far from anyone? Any questions so far? So how functions, okay, next is functions. How functions can be used means right click, new class. So first print weekdays. Good. Print weekdays I'll have. Then here I will print scissor. Okay, so I want to print this. Right click, run as Java application. Print me Monday to Sunday. So now I will have here scissor, some dashes here. Then again I will print it. So if you want to execute this, right click, run as Java application. See, Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday. In between some informations are there, but this set of statement has been repeated multiple times. So think over if actually what in real time 200 lines of code has been it's been actually what called for actually 10 times means I need to write 2000 lines of code, which will obviously decrease my performance. In order to avoid that, we used to write all these things in a function, and then we will call places where we need that. So how means functions usage, then now default I'm a main function. Then I'll click on finish. So now for me, which steps have been repeated multiple times? This Monday to Sunday. what I will do, okay, I will create a method. Okay, a method is called as a function. So how a function can be written means it is like this: void weekdays. I'll make it as my method name, weekdays. Okay, so this is how I used to write. So same as like variables, functions also can be static and non-static. Static functions can be called with reference of a class name. Non-static functions can be called with reference of a I would say object name. Okay, so now I'll give here, paste the information, that Monday to Sunday. So now what I will do, I'll copy this entire set here. Then what is my class name is functions usage. So which are the place actually what I want this method to be called, I can use functions usage dot weekdays. That's it. Okay, this step I'll copy. Those places I can replace it. So obviously what's happening, I'm going to reduce the number of lines of code, which will indirectly increase my performance. See? And then also it's so user friendly for me. If any changes comes, it's easy for me to accommodate. Why? For example, this place right now, I need to change to Thursdays. Think over actually what if I've used in 10 places means before I need to go and change in all the 10 places like this. Okay, I need to go here and then change here Thursdays, Thursdays, Thursdays. I need to change here. It's a hectic work, going and changing in all the places. But now it's only one place, one change I will do. It will reflect in all the places wherever it is needed. That's the thing. Now when I right click run as in Java application, when I run, see, same output we will get here. Okay, this is how functions are being used. Okay, we'll still see a lot of things more on this tomorrow. Okay, any questions so far understanding what is functions? Anyone has any questions? Functions are used to accommodate multiple times actually what some set of statements are being used, that can be made as a function, and then you can use it to reduce the call volume. Okay, the performance can be increased. Any questions from anyone? Okay, cool guys. So can I expect from the chat window as yes if you have understood it? If you understood it, can I explain? So tomorrow we'll be seeing in detail with memory location. So things will be so comfortable for you in understanding. Okay. So still we have to see about functions a little bit. We'll see tomorrow. Okay. Everyone has understood it? Sure, Ashwini. How to call functions? So simple. So functions, as I showed, it also is of two types. One is static, another one is non-static. Okay. Static functions can be called with help of a class name. Non-static functions can be called with help of a object name. Right now, it's a static function. How we are calling means, so with the help of class name, functions usage dot weekdays is my function name. So I'm calling it like this. Okay, which are the places I want to execute this code? I will call like this. This will go and call me this method, and then it will execute this set of statements. Functions usage dot weekdays. Function uses my class name dot the method name I need to call. That's it. Clear? Understood, Ashwini? Cool. Okay. So tomorrow we'll again see for this, again the recap of this. We will continue with the functions. Okay. In another half an hour by 7:05, okay, we will again connect with actually what our regular session. So there we will see about the loops and arrays today. Clear? Good. Thanks, guys. Again, we'll meet.
Should we stay on the call or just
I don't know. We will disconnect now. Again, by 7:05, we'll again connect after half an hour.
same link using the same
The
link?
same ID.
Okay,
Same
thank you,
meeting
sir.
ID. Thank you. Thanks, Chaitra. Thanks, Ashwini. See you. Bye bye. Thank you.